Hearing none, it becomes part of the bill.
Tuesday night, leaders from the House and Senate packed a committee room to sync up their versions of the biennium budget. One of the biggest takeaways is an across-the-board 4% income tax cut with extra relief for those at the bottom.
We removed the bottom two income tax brackets, so we gave essentially a 100% tax cut to the working poor, gave relief to the people who need it the most.
Senate President Larry Obhoff says that cut means taxpayers will save a collective $300 million a year. It's a deviation from the governor's original proposal of no tax breaks, but he says as long as there's no increase, it all shakes out.
Trying to deal with things that are real for Ohioans in this budget without raising taxes, I think is very important.
A highly contested item that survived is funding for the controversial pregnancy crisis centers, which dissuade women from having abortions. The original proposal was to give those centers $5 million in taxpayer money, but the final version includes a much bigger handout.
The Senate version of this bill had a $5 million item for pregnancy crisis centers, and now that number's actually going up. Can you tell us by how much?
That should be $7.5 million over the biennium.
Another item that made its way to the final version, the so-called LLC loophole that exempts self-employed people from paying income tax on their first $250,000 earned.
We largely restored the business income deduction.
Overall, Governor Mike DeWine says he was happy with how negotiations played out.
The good news is that the House bill and the Senate budget bill really mirror very much what we introduced a number of months ago, and that is a real focus on Lake Erie, a focus on job training, a focus on early childhood development and education, and a focus on the drug problem that we have.
However, this budget isn't out of the woods yet. Wednesday, it will go for a vote in both chambers, but it's still at the mercy of Governor DeWine's line item veto power.
I mean, I'm sure there'll be some line item vetoes, there always are. But we're trying to get a budget that does not have too many of those.
For Spectrum News, I'm Molly Martinez.